Hi everyone, David here from daviddumaiaudio.com, and welcome to the Video Game Sound Design Fundamental Series Part 2. So if you haven't watched it yet, I strongly suggest you go back and watch Part 1, all about layering. But if you have watched it, welcome back, and this is Part 2 where we will be talking about pitch shifting. So in this video, I kind of want to share two ways that I think about pitch shifting. And I have some examples here, and we'll just go right in. So when you're pitch shifting, there's only two ways to pitch shift. You're either going to pitch something up or you're going to pitch something down in pitch. So if you're pitching up, it's going to be a lot higher in pitch. If you want to think squeakier, screechier. And if you're going to pitch down lower, it's going to be a lot lower, bassier, boomier. So here I have a monster sound that I imported into a sampler. So that's the monster sound, and I put this into a sampler. Now, I'm just using Groove Agent. It can be any sampler that you're using, and I map it across the keyboard. This is the first way I like to think about pitch shifting and use pitch shifting. So I map it across the keyboard so that whenever I play very low on the keyboard, it's going to be a lot lower, boomier, and it's going to play back the sample slower, and I'll show you guys in a second what that sounds like. And then when you're playing higher on the keyboard, it's going to play the samples back a lot faster, and it's going to sound higher pitched. So this is the sample as is. And now if you go down to C2, it's going to sound a lot lower. So usually I'll use that whenever I'm trying to create a bigger or lower, deeper sound. So for example, for this monster sound, whenever I'm playing it lower, it just sounds like a bigger monster. So that's when I would use this kind of pitch shifting. If I'm trying to get a bigger monster sound, I would put it in, play lower on the keyboard, and then you get a bigger sound. And I might layer that with other stuff. When you go higher, though, you get some kind of interesting results because it really changes the sound altogether. So, for example, I'll play up here, F#7. You kind of get this rhythmic, motorized kind of sound. Now, what's happening here is that because the clip is so short and it's playing through so fast, it's just repeating it over and over again because the clip is so short. So that's why it sounds rhythmic. Right? So anyways, so that could be a layer for something. If I play just down here, right, that could be something like a drill or a layer for like a drill sound or something like that, right? So it really changes the character of the sound. It really changes the sound. It really doesn't sound like a monster sound anymore. So that's the interesting thing about pitch shifting in this way, is that whenever you go up on the keyboard, you can really come up with new variety and new layers for sound. So that's the first way I like to think about pitch shifting. The second way I like to use pitch shifting is just by using a plugin. So right here I have Manipulator. Really, you can use any plugin. I like this one just because it has a lot of different options, but also because the pitch and the format are separated. Not every plugin is, most are nowadays, but it just gives you more options for things you can do with it. So I'll turn it off and see what we have. Right, so it's an alarm sound that I created with a synthesizer, and that's pretty much it. So let's hear with it pitched down. And pitched up, and then of course you can play with the pitch and the format separately. Right, so you can come up with the different variations on a sound and come up with new sounds in this way. So that kind of sounded a bit more sci-fi, maybe robotic. So yeah, different things you can do. And so another example I have here is just metal hits. So this is just two knives that I hit together and recorded. And then what I did was I added some manipulator to pitch it down, a bit of saturation and reverb. So this is what it sounds like. Right, so it just sounds like a lot bigger metal hit, like a metal bar or something like that. So that's kind of the way I like to use it whenever I'm thinking about audio plugins for pitch shifting. Let me know what you guys do. How do you guys use pitch shifting? Do you use plugins? Do you use a sampler? Combination of both? What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments. I'd be really curious to know and learn from you guys. And I think that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.